Congrats.
You make your way around the
So
the
you're
floating
saying he
disc
was
of
a
ice
bard.
that's about 40 feet in diameter. That would have not sunk your ship, but man, Gummy might have had to make some more patches like with the quickness. You continue sailing south, and after 4 hours, your watch ends, and you see like Noreen starting to like really wipe her like rub her eyes really hard because it's the salt from the water, and then the cold is drying them out. She basically rappels down the rat lines from the crow's nest, and her and Two Tusk are looking at Captain. Time's up. Time for a second shift. We need to get some shut eye.
Okay, I'll keep guard. You go get them, and then once they're here, we'll replace.
I hate when I fake yawn and then I real yawn.
Cheers.
I do it with Poe all the time. So, Two Tusk raps on. You hear a knock at your door, Krangor. Krangor, time for shift change.
Yep. And I get up.
As you open the door, he hands you a cup of coffee. Like, you're gonna need it. It's late. Fucking miserable out there. It's cold. Yeah. I'll go get the others. Go relieve the captain on the helm. She's not gonna leave that wheel until somebody else is there. Preferably you.
Yeah. I'll go up top and get an update from Ludder.
Good luck. And you see him walk down the berths to where Mordred's door is, and the door for, I believe it was it Garmin?
Mordred, Dover, Krangor.
Mordred, Dover, Krangor. Okay. So he goes and wakes Mordred and Dover up. Krangor, you go up to the top of the deck. It is cold. The wind is blowing easily 40, 45, 50 miles an hour. It has a bite. It seems to like crawl under your scales and hit your skin.
I hand Ludder the cup of coffee to warm up her hands. Anything to report, Captain?
We had to steer away from some ice, but that was about it.
Okay.
And keep your coffee. You're going to need it. It's rough.
Oh, it was just to warm your hands.
Oh, thanks. I'm a cup holder.
Oh. Aw. Regret.
It's fine.
Sad.
I'm sorry, Captain.
I literally just kind of sit up on, like the railing behind it, behind the wheel. And I'm like, it's okay. I used to be a cup holder for my dad, too. It's a common thing. Good at it. Look at this. Staying put.
How many siblings do you have again, Ludder?
Last time I checked, well over 200.
How many? This isn't a family business kind of thing, so you wouldn't want them to help crew a boat, would you?
Oh no, they'd be terrible at this.
Kind of a one of a kind.
Not one of a kind, just different.
There's nothing wrong with being different.
No. No, you're kind of different too.
I look at my scales. I guess I am kind of different now. That and... You know how Saloon... She told me about my family, right?
Yeah.
Two things that I thought about with that. One, I don't know that they ever actually knew me, if that makes sense. And two, I'm silver now.
Yeah, I won't. That could be bad because, like, you could be like, "Hey, here's your son," and even if they did embrace you in that sort of aspect, like, they'd be like, your dad would look at your mom and be like, "What were you up to?" You know what I mean? Like,
exactly, and At this point, I feel they're probably happy and content. So let sleeping dogs lie.
You don't want to know?
Part of me does, of course. Part of me does. You'd always want to know, but then they've got to be at peace now with it, right?
Maybe. Maybe not. Where were they located? Do you remember?
Out of character, no, I do not. I think it was Hightown or something.
Saloon said Luskin.
Luskin, that's right. They're in a town called Luskin. I think it's to the north of Neverwinter.
Do we even know what their names are?
No.
So we're just
No.
looking for 2 brass dragonborns that had a clutch of eggs. Dude, hey, you never had a clutch of eggs. Have you had a clutch of eggs before? I never.
No.
I'm sorry. I feel like that's a very intimate detail to ask you. No offense. No offense.
None taken, Captain. No, basically it's been the Order of the Eye, then I met you, then it was Seafaring, and then it was Mandurlorians, so there's been no clutch of eggs in that.
Well, then I don't know that you would know the. Do you guys keep count? Like, how would you spot each other?
I have no idea.
The DM also would like to know.
This is when we realize that Krangord realizes that his family actually has no way of recognizing him. Ludder, I honestly don't know. I don't even know if my name is the same as their family, as my family, if that makes sense.
But if they took you before you hatched, then do y'all name your eggs before they hatch? Do you count your chickens before they hatch? Do you?
I have
Fascinating,
no idea.
Dragonborns. I would love to know these things.
I would honestly like to know now as well, because I never thought about it, if that makes sense.
With your lack of knowledge of how egg clutches work, how would you know?
How would you know?
So you just stumble upon it and you go, oh, we have eggs, and you figure it out as you go? Do you guys lose the first clutch? You're the Dragonborns that raised you, they didn't tell you about it?
No.
They didn't tell you
They didn't
tell you where little Dragonborns came from?
No. It was more focused on how I would never amount to anything, because they were golden and I was brass, but didn't ever come up in conversation the art of where baby dragonborns come from, so I never learned.
So you know nothing about your own abilities to reproduce?
No. I know nothing of it. Do you know of your own?
Oh, yeah.
and I chuckle at that. Of course you would know. Hundreds of siblings, right?
They had the birds and the bees talk very early in Bunnyborough.
There used to be a joke that my dad would say about my mom, that she'd walk into the kitchen and 5 babies would fall out right behind her. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how you reach those numbers, right, Ludder?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
You hear a thump behind you as Dover basically flies up the stairs out of the bottom portal and lands on deck looking sleepy and with his blanket still wrapped around him. I don't want to get up. Captain's orders. Sorry, Captain. Two Tusk comes out. This one didn't want to get up. Cold.
Do you know where it's really cold? The bottom of the ocean.
Heard.
She has a point there.
Get up.
I'm up. He hands his blanket to Two Tusk.
Two Tusk, could I actually have that blanket?
Oh, you want Dover's blanket?
I'm gonna be in the crow's nest. I'll take anything right now. This coat's not gonna be enough.
Let me get you a different blanket. This one might have fleas. I don't have fleas. Hands you goes below decks, comes out with a
He's gonna
very
lay
much
100 eggs
thicker
one
blanket.
day. He's gonna learn. He will. He will
Here you go,
learn so
Gregor.
fast.
That might help.
Thank you.
Look, he's gonna
And behind him comes
You're gonna be
Mordred.
cold. Yeah.
This werebear is fully, covered in very thick fur. He's like,
He's happy.
what a brisk morning. Ah, this is amazing. How are you feeling, Captain?
Oh, fantastically cold and tired, but I'm all right. How about yourself?
Couldn't be better. We're ready to sail the ship through darkness and ice. In the dark.
With ice.
Nice. Hey, Krangor? Can you see in the dark? Yet? At
Pull
all?
out my bag. I go in my bag. I pull out my owl goggles and I put them on.
Oh, good. Well, how far can you see with those?
How far can we see with those? That's a good question. 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't be in the crow's nest. I'll be at the bow of the boat.
There you go, at the front.
Fuck!
Right? All the wind.
Krangorsicle! I realize this and I look to Ludder. Do you want to go get warm, Captain?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Have
be
fun.
very
Don't
cold.
die.
Can I have the coffee?
Yes. And I hand him the coffee.
Thank you. And I grab it and I just wrap the blanket around myself. And I shimmy over penguin waddle
Um,
to the front of the boat.
as I see him shimmering, realizing he can't be in the
You're not
crow's nest.
awake. You're asleep, bruh.
I
Yeah,
haven't
you're.
got a sleep yet.
Oh, I said everybody went below decks, but I never said they went to sleep. That's fair.
Oh.
I thought it was still like bringing out patches and stuff like that. I think that would have, that was my idea of what the crafting was. It's like
When
I
are-
make
when
certain
are you-
patches, bring up
When are you planning on resting?
when the captain rested, when Ludder rested.
All right, that's fair. All right, so you're there. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
This would be like, Krangor, be very careful with this item. It is very dear to me, but should help you stay warm. Don't let it touch wood or anything else. And I'm gonna hand him the mini forge, because technically, if you turn it on every like 5 minutes or every like 2 minutes, it should stay warm for an additional amount of time.
I'd say you'd have to pop it every 30 minutes or so, just to keep.
Yeah.
If you keep it close to you, the residual heat will make you a little bit more. You won't be toasty, but you won't be freezing either.
I look at Icarus and I get this look. I will hoard this heat from the mini forge.
Yeah, I mean, every 30 minutes should be good.
And I turn it on.
Wait, hold on. Did we just find out what Krangor's residual dragon traits hoard? He hoards heat. I love that.
I just want to side note that as me and Ginger Two Tusks are going to go back below deck so I could actually get some rest, I'm going to be like just laying in the curve of his tusk. And I'm like, Ginger,
Yes,
like
Captain.
you've lived hundreds of years, correct? And
One or two.
we've seen tons of different creatures and other dragonborns. And you're a man of fraternizing and socialization.
No, all kinds. Yes, Captain.
Then glorious, and I'm gonna just lean back. Tell me the mating habits of dragonborns. I must know.
Well, when a mother dragon and a father dragonborn love each other very much,
God damn it, not like that. I need the details. Like, do they have a pheromone? Do they smell each other? Do they count their babies? Do they name them before they hatch? What do we know?
well, it is said that mother dragonborn, when the father dragonborn will dig a pit in the ground, she will deposit the eggs. He will fertilize them.
That's
And
boring.
she will watch over them for 6 months. And she will coo to them and talk to them, and they will each have a different ability that she tells them. One could be called carpenter, one could be called warrior, one could be called, apparently Krangor, but mom said to him, paladin an awful lot.
Apparently.
And when they hatch, they don't have to choose what mom says, but they have a gift in that particular area. Now, I heard that off of a Dragonborn I met in Omn at a pub, and we were about halfway through our drinks, so that may or may not be true. He could have been feeding me a line of shit. But I like to think it's true. As a Loxodon, our mothers take care of us for like 4 years.
Your mama's boys.
My mom was a very good lady. Very proper. Always wore shiny things, and my father liked her to look her best, and she always did. But don't fuck with her. She could be a mean one.
Brilliant.
Moms are important, Ludder. Have you talked to your mom lately?
No, I haven't. But I have thinking to do. I have a new problem to solve.
What is that problem?
I have to write a letter. But I'll figure it out.
He starts humming, write a letter, Maria.
Do 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 do.
He walks below decks with you in the
Hey,
crook of his
Face.
trunk.
Happy Mama's Day to your family.
It might
What's
be
rumpus?
the
We are
residual
doing some D&D.
alcoholism or what, but his skin feels very warm. If he was a human, he'd have the little cherry nose.
Love it. And I will probably fall asleep at my desk writing a letter.
You won't know, but he goes back to check on you and seeing you at your desk. He doesn't read the letter. He has more respect than that. He just picks you up and puts you in bed.
Where is everyone tonight? Mama's Day
don't deserve
is a
you.
day.
I'm so glad we have you. May the God's light always shine upon you. And he closes the door. And now to the meat of the shit. While all this is going on, Mordred mans the
Trumps
the
D&D, I guess.
wheel.
It does. And they
He
of course, they said
gives it
something to me, and I was like, of
A good,
course.
get the tension in the rudder. No, we're good. We're still, nothing's hit the rudder yet. We're fine. And let's see, the sails are good. And let's see, the masts look to be secure. He's basically checking his mirrors in his rear view.
Mm-hmm.
He's still learning. He's good. He ain't the captain, though. And he knows it. Ludder has a skill at this boat that Mordred one day wants to possess. And you see him just going through like this mental checklist of things. Dover is responding to his call outs. Shorten that sail. Give me more wind on this side just in case I have to maneuver. And he's moving around, tightening up the lines, loosening them up in other places. Krangor, you look in front of the front of the ship. I forgot the name of it. God, I failed seamanship. And you realize that you're going to have to be very quick if you see anything, because you're only seeing about 60 feet. And you guys aren't going 60 feet a second, but it's going to take about maybe 15 to 20 seconds you'd have before something you see will hit the boat. Enough time to maneuver if you're quick about it, and if Mordred's good enough. Like I said, he ain't the captain.
Question.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're gonna have me roll for watching for icebergs or something.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much
You watch
damage
all
would
the
shatter
Swords
do to
movie
a block of ice?
in order this
That would
way?
be big enough to damage a boat and then shatter it to not cause damage to a boat.
So I think Shatter has a blurb on it that says if it's an inanimate object, it does different damage or more damage or something like that. It should be towards the end.
Inorganic material is
Yeah.
disadvantage
Okay,
on the
so
saving throw.
so that's fair. So then I would actually, I would say that depending on the size of the if it's an iceberg or an ice flow or whatever it is, it's gonna crack it, shatter it, as in the name, and it will make, depending on how high you roll, I'm gonna make you roll a d20. The higher you roll, the smaller the pieces are.
Okay.
Good.
If I cast that at a higher spell slot level, would that change anything?
It would lower the DC of what you'd have to roll to make smaller pieces by a good amount.
Okay.
Like if you roll a 1, you just crack it in half. If you roll a 20, it's smithereens.
Okay. That works.
All right.
That's basically what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty.
Because Shatter has a perfect range of 60 feet.
Hey, that's what you could see, and that's
Exactly.
good thinking. Okay, so the ship's moving, and she's a quick one, but we've basically shortened the sails to go about 1/4 speed in the dark. Enough to maneuver, but not enough to actually, you're not trying to cover ground, you're trying to keep the ship safe.
Mm-hmm.
About an hour into your watch, you see a glint in the distance. And you realize that glint is farther away than 60 feet. And as you look up, you see 3 white dragons flying about 120 feet up in the air, 200 feet up in the air, somewhere around there. They don't pay you any mind. They're heading off to, your guess is home. Makes you think about home. These white dragons who are supposed to be feral creatures, even they have family, and even they have a home. Is it important? Does it matter? You ruminate on that.
Mhm.
Roll me a perception check, please. Or any other skill you'd like if you can justify it and using it to look at things. So you see an ice flow about half the size of the ship above water. You have no idea how big it is below water. It's about 40 feet off to your left. Like it would hit the left side of the boat if you were
So
to hit
Titanic.
it. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna shatter at a level 4.
All right. Burn me a level 4 spell slot. And I'm gonna roll. You know what? Just roll me. What is your spell casting ability modifier? What's the amount of it? It's your charisma, but it's like, I think it's like is it a 10?
It is a DC 18 con save.
Okay, so then I'm gonna roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
If I meet or beat an 18, no modifier, then you hit part of it. And if I roll lower, you hit it dead center.
Okay.
Well,
fuck you, Cloud.
I didn't mean to do
Fuck
that.
you, Cloud.
Wait, they have disadvantage, don't they?
Yes, they do, because they're an inanimate object.
I roll again. That's why I had you read that.
Much better. Fuck.
Holy shit! I didn't want to kill Ludder's boat. So you hit it dead center, and it begins to crack, and you see pieces of it begin to like section off from the main piece. Roll me a d20. All right. So with that, basically everything but the main section, which is about, I would say about 8 feet, is small little pieces that would basically just move along the side of the boat. But that 8-foot piece, you're not too sure about that one. You got about 35 feet away.
Smoke, but I need to know you don't
I'll shatter
go
that
full
piece at a
Titanic.
second level.
All right. We do this.
Fuck it. Boat
You're Mordred.
stays safe.
Here, Mordred. Is everything all right up there?
I look back. I'm having fun.
Oh no. Does the captain know you're having fun?
Captain's boat isn't gonna get a scratch. Ha ha!
Oh, that works. As you were. And yeah, that hits dead center. Roll me a d20 again. Yeah, that's when now the whole thing is gone. And you see Mordred as you
The
turn around.
orchestra is on the deck?
You turn
Yeah.
around and Mordred's looking over the side of the boat. Oh, you made icicles.
The idea? I have spells. Not gonna use them currently, so use them on ice. Make ice smaller.
I mean, that's better than me having to go into evasive maneuvers.
Exactly.
We keep the boat going that way.
Straight.
Hey, Krangor,
Yeah.
thanks for not making me wreck the captain's boat.
She would have killed both of us.
I would have accepted it.
So would have I.
Yeah, just thank you for not having that be a problem at the moment.
Just want to hurt
And-
my ship.
I think it's opening up. If you if you look, the coasts are getting farther apart. I don't see much floating
Didn't
ice.
know
What do you
D&D
think?
had boat stuff. Oh yeah.
Roll me a
Keep
perception
watch.
check. Yeah, definitely.
There's your perception.
Yeah, you don't see any ice. And the rest of the watch goes by slowly. More from Mordred's
Damn it, I wanted the
concern
captain
of
to
the
kill someone.
captain's
I
boat
don't
than
wanna
for
kill
anybody's
them.
lack of ability. And
That would be sad.
You see the coastline to the east begins to start to turn pink as the sun begins to come up. And you see about like half a mile in either direction, the coasts have really opened up now, and they're it's all covered in ice, but nothing near you. And Dover comes up, Krangor, it's been hours. I think the watch is up. What do you think? What do you say, first mate? I'm not making that call. I already pissed the captain off once tonight.
It's not first mate. It would.
Would I
But it's
be able to tell
scene.
what time it is?
I'd say with you being on a boat using the sun and the stars, you could probably tell within the hour what time it is.
So has it been watch?
Yeah, it's been watch.
I just looked over. Well, it has been watch time, so you can go back if you want to.
Thank you. And he ties off some of the lines, kind of gets the sails full, and then the ship begins to pick up speed as Mordred can basically, between the two of you, can see what's, in the far distance now. And
So
you guys
should be pretty solid.
should be pretty solid by now. It's basically, I would say dim light, but you can see decently in dim light.
I'll just stay there till it's like full light and some of the crew starts to wake back up.
The sun shoots up. You have the goggles of night on. Your eyes, your retinas burn. No. What happened? We have a blind paladin. Fuck.
Krangor.
His
the
divine
blind
sense is now
paladin.
his tapping stick.
Kragor, the blind paladin.
He becomes that guy, the blind guy from John Wick, 100%.
Oh, that'd be badass. I was thinking the blind guy from Star Wars, but that's so much better. Well, same guy, but that's so much better. Bloody brilliant. So through the night, if you're looking at the map of the Moonshays,
Can you
You
share it
made it.
again?
yes, ma'am, I can do that. Not a problem. So you were here. As soon as you have the map up, there you go. And through the night, you probably made it right about there because you were moving super slow. But like I said, as Mordred can see and Krangor can keep a better watch, they start picking up, go full sail. And by the time you wake up, Ludder, after taking 8 hours of rest, the ship is right about there.
Awesome.
Gummy, at this point, you would have also gotten 8 hours rest. Krangor, you still need to sack out for 4 hours.
Mhm. Because I'm basically waiting until everybody gets up and is
Mhm.
moving around.
Yeah. So you see, like, it's right just after light, the sun, as soon as the sun crests over the coast, you actually can see it. Not that you're looking at it, because eclipse we don't look at the sun.
No, you gotta have special glasses.
You're gonna have to make the glasses. You see, the first up is Xander, the shipwright, and he kind of like takes a lap around the boat, like looking over the edge. And, oh, you kept her safe. Good job, guys. I was for sure thinking I'd have to go put a couple of planks on her this morning, but seems to be ship shape.
I look at him. Shatter.
Don't do that. Do you see he tried to attack me, Mordred? Get over yourself, Xander. If he wanted to attack, you'd be dead already. Fair enough.
And I just chuckled to myself.
You see Garmin, the rigger, come out. He climbs up to the top of the masts and checks the lines. Everything looks good. And you have enough on deck now to actually have a full crew with everybody who needs to rest still resting, and Ludder and Icarus still being able to sleep the rest of the 4 hours after your watch. So if you'd like to retire, you have a good idea that the ship's in good hands by this point.
Retire.
The crew, having the captain on board at this point has been a luxury, and they function fairly well on their own. So no problems, no issues. And Ludder, you wake up to the gentle rocking of your ship, the smell of the planks and the tar that makes the seal watertight. You look around and you're in your captain's quarters. And you're not underwater. That's important.
That's a total win, honestly.
That's a win.
We take those.
You actually woke up.
Yes.
Literally wake up and I go, huh? He's gotten better at navigation. Okay, win.
As you go on deck, you see Mordred at the wheel, and he's eating a piece of a ration with one hand and his hands on the wheel with the other. And morning, Captain.
Good morning.
There's not really much on board. We kind of used all the stores when we were waiting for you to come out of that higher Moray. We don't really have much. Got rations. If you want one, help yourself.
I appreciate it. And I'll have a ration.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
She has a feel, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Like in your fingertips, you can feel it.
Yeah.
She's beauty.
Thank you. It's a trust thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, you feel it in your feet. You feel where you need to go, and you trust the movement. And I'll stand like over on the helm and kind of point how you can point from where the sails are and where the in the direction you're going to kind of veer and to have truer steering of where you're going. Give him a couple pointers.
You look and he's like staring at you with big eyes, just taking in everything you're saying. And for a second, you don't see the werebear. You see Mordred, the kid, the one you met back at Baldur's Gate, who soaked up every piece of seafaring knowledge you ever said. He's getting good. Maybe someday he'll be good as you. Today's not that day. But you see, he gives a shit about your boat, cares about the crew. You look over and Garmin is teaching what is it, Xander how to how to rig the lines properly, because he's the shipwright, so he's in charge of like the actual physical ship, the wood part.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the rigging lines and setting sail is an art. You set too much sail, you'll pull the masts out of the deck and you'll ruin the boat. You set not enough and you won't have enough wind to maneuver the way you need to. And you kind of see, like, as you were building a team, they were building a team. but they left a hole for you. And as they see you looking at them, they wave to you. Morning, Captain.
Good morning.
How you feeling this morning?
Glad to be home.
Always wanted a home that moved with me.
Yeah. It doesn't fit in my pocket though. So
No, I suppose it doesn't. So, Captain, I've been meaning to ask you this question.
mm-hmm.
3 weird creatures showed up on deck yesterday before we picked you up. Saying
Yes.
something about part of the ship, part of the crew.
Oh yeah. Can you teach him some things?
We decided to err on the side of caution, and they're locked in the berthings downstairs. They said it was okay till you got here.
I would have liked
We've
to
been
know
giving
that.
we've been giving them food and everything, but
Fair enough. I'll go talk to him. I made an agreement with him, just like I did with pretty much everyone here, and we're gonna show them the ways. Show them that they don't have to do things the way that they want to. Besides, you know, if they die, they don't really die here. They get to go back to Avernus, which is kind of cool. And can you think about the intimidation factor? You know, we keep talking about firing, like, you know, bearings and bombs at people. You know, I shoot an actual devil at someone. That's pretty cool. It's scary as fuck.
oh, if you shot the big guy at one of them,
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they could like burst into flames or something. That would be so cool.
Uh-huh.
I hope they're not mad that we let. It's been like 2 days, and like I said, we gave
And
them
Gummy,
food,
yes, we
water.
are. Yes. Yes, we are.
I love this.
This is amazing. This is just fucking beautiful. This is hashtag #VetLife.
Gummy, as you like go in and out of sleep, you could swear you hear singing. One of them is, nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows my sorrow.
See right
It's-
next to the bearings.
You know, you can't place. They sound familiar, but you can't place the voices.
Hey, what? Who? Oh,
As soon as I can, I'm going to make my way down, apparently, to where they're locked up and go talk to the devils.
awfully sad song. Do you know coconuts?
My little coconut has the sweetest smile.
Ting.
No, that's not the right one. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Diddly-dee.
They are standing in a row.
So, Ludder, you come downstairs to this chorus line,
Yes.
and
Big
you can hear
ones.
Gummy in his room and the devils in the other room. Big ones, small ones, one's big as your head.
I see you.
And you can hear them stomping on the ground like to beat.
I see you guys have found the right way to enjoy the seas.
Oh, well, yes, Captain. I mean, we got this is the big guy. This is the Mesoloth, I believe is what he was.
Mm-hmm.
He stands up, and we're just here reporting for duty, and they didn't know what to do with us, and well, they didn't want to fight, and neither did we, because we're part of the ship, part of the crew. So they just suggested very firmly that we wait in here, and we said fine.
Brilliant. Well, the first part of pirating is, of course, working with the other pirates. Second, can I ask, do you guys have any way of finding someone for me? I know that you guys track, sometimes devils can track down people and stuff like that. You have keen intuition on these things.
It depends. Is it a good creature, an evil creature, neutral creature? What is it?
As far as I know, neutral to good.
They're kind of harder. Yeah, we can try.
Hmm.
Well, won't hurt us any.
Do you have any way of traveling?
And they all fly.
Perfect.
We kind of look at their wings. Yeah, we can fly.
Follow me, and I'm going to let him out and take him to my office. And
Nice digs, Captain.
thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask them to go to Luskin to try to find the Dragonborns.
Do we have anything to go on here? And do you want just any Dragonborns? We're looking for a new crew.
No. You know, why don't you guys go on deck and see if you can help out and learn what some of the terminology is, you know?
Well, Captain, I mean, this obviously sounds important. I'm not saying we can't do it.
I feel like I need to narrow it down for you guys a little bit more. So let me work on that part. And then I'm just like kind of holding the letter and then I will get this back to you. It's very
Okay.
important. I just would really like to know that it happens. So go out on deck and ask them to start showing you some of the rigging and the lines and learn some of the terminology. That's the first thing I would do because it's hard enough.
Okay. No, not a problem, Captain. And as soon as you're ready for us to go, we'll be more than happy to do whatever you need.
Brilliant. I
Part of the
appreciate
ship,
it.
part of the crew.
Right?
They have no idea if that's an important statement or not. They just keep saying it.
It's just their tagline at this point, and I love that.
Yeah, right. They
Um,
go on. You stay in your office for just a second as they leave, and you hear as they go on deck. And I guess you guys were okay because ships aren't soundproof.
No.
And well, come on, class is in session. Let's go. You take a couple minutes to yourself, Ludder. What are you doing?
Trying to figure out how I would find the names of people that I don't even know who they are. And how would you even hunt them down? I don't know how big, I'm going to pull out my maps and try to find Luskin and see how big it is, if it's small or...
One second. Assets. On your maps, you would see tracing up the Sword Coast. He said it was by Bunnyborough, and you find a city that looks like this. I don't know if that's shared or not.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, cool. This is Luskin. It's probably about a day's journey on horseback from the frozen north. It's a colder area of Faerun. But it looks like it's a port town and very detailed map that you have. I would imagine that a captain of a pirate ship would probably buy any map that she finds, if it's good.
Yeah.
Or acquire it in some way, shape, or form.
No, we don't, Riven. No, we don't.
As you ponder your maps, the ship continues on. And it makes it here. And what you see in front of you is the entire bay of Corwell Firth is frozen. There's no inlet into the bay. You guys can, maybe if you can think of something to
They're incredible, and I
there,
shall
or
hear
you
no
can
slander henceforth. All right,
walk
there's a mute
that
button.
point
You
on.
can just push that, because I disagree
Two Tusk
firmly.
comes down. Captain, we got a problem on deck.
Yeah.
Ice is completely covering the water. Without damaging the ship, we can't risk it going any further unless we can come up with a way to protect the boat or protect the ship. That ice will rip us apart.
Not a problem. We can make our way, and is there any place close that we can dock or at least stay close enough where we can get on a smaller like rowboat and head out?
Yeah, we're
Well,
about,
hydrate instead. Bossy,
from
fine.
here. I'd say about 2 miles from the coast, and he's talking about like this area up here.
Okay. Yeah, then we can take it by foot probably from there.
Man, too bad Krangor can't just breathe fire like all the time.
Right? That'd be nice.
That would be nice. A little flamethrower right in the front.
Right?
It'd take too long to make an icebreaker too.
Would. And I don't think there would be much metal, that much metal on there.
And the boats would, so that would always have a chance of backfiring. So, yeah, let's
Yeah.
not do that. Do you guys have enough food while we're gone?
We got enough. We got it, between the whole crew, probably about 2 weeks worth of rations. And if you're not going to need us for a couple of days, we'll make landfall probably more northern on the map, like over by the highlands. I think there might be less ice up there, at least, or we could probably maybe even go back to Moray and sail into the city and buy some provisions there.
Okay.
Probably gone about 4 days.
No, that's totally fine. Okay, then we'll do that. Thank you.
No, not a problem at all, Captain. Anytime. And Two Tusk pulls out Soundless and puts it on her shoulder. She's very nice, and if we need you, we'll let you know. We'll send her to find you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me borrow your owl.
Yeah.
They're very majestic creatures, and sometimes they can do really good magic.
She's an equal opportunity owl. And besides, you're a much better perch.
Well, I don't know if I'm better. I'm more of a perch.
Exactly. And for an owl, that's all that counts.
That's fair.
All right. And I'm going to pack up some of my stuff in my office, and then I will head out on deck and let the guys know that we're going to go on to shore. And of course, I think at least the Uthi is staying.
Mm-hmm.
And
Uthi.
yes, I keep messing up. Zagthug is staying as well because they're going somewhere else.
Yeah. Thanks for the passage, Captain. Much appreciated. Come
I
on,
do what I
Uthi.
can.
Let's go. And Zagthug turns around. Cap, once again, thanks for the help. I would have definitely met the same ending my party did down there. Thanks
No,
for letting me join up.
you're totally fine. I appreciate it.
After a payday, I heard some talk about a second ship.
Perhaps I'm going to see what I can do.
If you ever, I'm not saying I'm seaworthy, but I'm saying I want to be.
I'd love that.
I'll send you a line with the money. Maybe we can coordinate a meeting location. Maybe we'll pass across again.
I have a feeling that we're going to be getting in contact much sooner than you realize.
That's not foreboding.
Isn't it, though? I love foreboding.
Evil's foreboding. Yes, Tim. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Or not Tim.
Wrong. See, we're fucking up the Uthis. It's not just
Randy,
me.
No, it's not, because every time I see Uthi, I'm like, why does he keep spelling my name wrong? Oh, wait, no, yeah.
Yes, Sir Eckert. Let's go and fight evil all the way to Waterdeep. It's going to be a very long trip. Well, good luck to you, Captain. We're going to get on our way. Should hear from us in a week or so. I wish you luck. And he disembarks and begins to walk to the nearest city, which would be Elisir, which is on the way to Kyra Corwell. For some reason, they didn't wait for you. They just went on their own.
Fair.
And you guys are free to debark.
My long rest by this time?
Yes.
Okay.
You wake up. We're getting off the boat. We're getting off the boat.
What? Wait, Captain? What?
Yeah, we can't go up further because of the ice, so we're going to disembark here and make our way by foot.
Fuck.
What?
It's a shame I can't breathe fire all the time.
The ship's wooden.
You just hang me off the bow of the boat and I breathe fire at the ice ahead of the boat.
How are you supposed to continue to breathe fire when you're freezing cold and crying?
You know, Captain, he would make the most beautiful mermaid.
He would. Oh my goodness, the outfits we could put him in. We could dress him up seasonally.
We could have a Christmas mermaid and a Halloween mermaid.
He's always been the prettiest girl at the party.
He has.
I look at my tail. Are there any bows on it?
No, I don't think so.
No, not today. I'm busy. I'm deep in thought. I'm going to go talk to Icarus.